Now, American politicians have stepped up calls for more sanctions against Iran, despite the more moderate tone coming out of Tehran from the new president Hassan Rouhani. Most medicine is free from such sanctions, but as our chief correspondent Alex Thompson, the only British broadcaster in Iran right now, has discovered, there's evidence that people there are finding it increasingly difficult to get hold of life-saving drugs.
The old revolutionary defiance, Bobby Sands Street, named in 1981 in homage to the IRA hunger striker. And why? Because then, as now, the British embassies in this street shut down in 2011. You can't film openly around here. There is the new defiance. It is sanctions and the nuclear issue these days, not the revolution. MP's biggest cheer during the new president's inaugural speech on Sunday, when he said the sanctions over the nuclear deadlock will never break us. But they may be breaking individuals. Because of sanctions, key medicines are unobtainable, and that broke Mahmoud Ustad Mohammad, one of Iran's leading theatre directors. 13 days ago, he died of liver cancer. His daughter says the hospital drugs ran out, the black market drugs ran out. They paid €5,000 for drugs from Turkey that took 38 days to arrive.
The sickness had progressed so much. By the time we received the medicine from Turkey, which was very expensive, it was no use. He died.
So many people across Iran have a similar story. At the city's main pharmacy for cancer medicine, we meet a man whose father desperately needs drugs. The good news is they're here. The bad news is the price goes up by the hour.
In the morning they said 14 million rial. Now they're saying 22 million rial. We asked why the price is increasing and they said because the dollar rate fluctuates.
Tehran's Jewish hospital set up in a poor part of the city. Affordable care, whatever your religion. The hospital director, who's also an MP, furious at what's happening.
2 days, the finding of many medication is hard for Iranian patients. It's a question for me that it's why and how someone can speak about human rights but do something that is clearly against human life, disturbing the health of children, disturbing the health of patients, and endangering the life of sick people.
So why is all this happening when sanctions don't apply to medicine?
To blame the West and their sanctions alone for the shortage of pharmaceutical drugs in this country is not just simplistic, it's plain wrong. There's been plenty of very vocal criticism here in Iran of the government. They're asking why the government here cannot release the millions of pounds supposedly earmarked specifically to allow the importation of these key pharmaceuticals.
And why foreign, legally imported medicine doesn't reach pharmacies like this for weeks because it sits in the customs system for so long. People question why, with a raft of strict financial banking sanctions in place, all manner of luxury foreign goods are available here, yet life-saving essential medicine is dangerously scarce. The EU and the Americans say they're doing all they can to get medicine into Iran. But the squeeze on banking and complex financial sanctions mean two things. It's hard for Iranian companies to buy foreign drugs, and foreign drugs manufacturers are simply terrified of dealing with the country at all. That means at the end of the day, sanctions specifically designed not to harm the Iranian people are, they say, killing them. Alex Thompson, Channel 4 News, Tehran.